A feast fit for Super Bowl champions. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Super Bowl 57 post-game celebration meal. That's right. My Kansas City Chiefs, yeah! Are Super Bowl champions once again. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be enjoying a famous star cheeseburger from Hardee's, washing it down with a delicious Fresca, which I don't really know if it's actually delicious. This is going to be the first time I've ever tried a Fresca. But there is this, probably one of the greatest photos of all time of a football player, of the late, great Len Dawson, who was the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. And in the picture, if you've seen it, he's ripping a lung dart, cigarette, on the sidelines while drinking a Fresca at halftime of a football game. So I don't smoke cigarettes, but I will honor the late great Lenny with a Fresca. Sparkling soda water, grapefruit citrus. Never had one, so it's going to be interesting to try that. And the cheeseburger is honoring our great head coach, Coach Reid, leading them to another Super Bowl victory. So I got my ring here. Gonna have to get another one to add to my collection. This one has the 2 rings that were 50 years apart. The Chiefs played in the very first Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they lost to the Green Bay Packers. And then they won their first Super Bowl against the Minnesota Vikings. Took them 50 years to get back to the promised land, beating the San Francisco 49ers in 2019 for the 2019 season. And they did go to a second Super Bowl in between the 2019 and this most recent one for the 2022 season. But we want to forget that one because that game, that was a bad game. But enough talk. Still fresh in my mind. I'm going to enjoy a nice cheeseburger with some Fresca. Let's get a few bites in before we reminisce on the game. You know, I've lived in this town for going on almost 4 years. And I rarely eat Hardees. I don't know why. But tasting this burger, I like the crunch of the lettuce on the bottom and then the onions. This did come with with a tomato on it, but I wasn't about to eat that. So I got this without a tomato. This is kind of like a higher end Burger King. It's a good sandwich. Good burger, I mean. Alright, here we go. Established 1966. Fresca. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Fresca, not Fresca. There's no H. But us Midwesterners, we like to add letters where they're not, like wash instead of wash. Grapefruit. Not huge on grapefruit, but that's actually not bad. Is this diet? Because I know there's like a greener version of this. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the one that's like ooze collared is like a different, like just straight up citrus and not grapefruit. This burger is extra delicious. Really close game. Nothing but respect for Eagles. I've always had a soft spot for the Eagles. going back to my childhood. I've loved the Chiefs since I was a kid. But like I said, I had a soft spot for the Eagles. Randall Cunningham, he was a monster at quarterback. Those throwback Kelly Green uniforms, oh my God, those are probably one of my favorite uniforms of all time. And their logo, their old school logo with the eagle on the football, back in the 90s, that was a pretty awesome team to watch too. And there's this movie that I'm trying to find. I can't find it anywhere. I'm trying to get a copy of it on like either digital or DVD. But it's called the Garbage Picking, Field Goal Kicking Philadelphia Phenomenon. That was one of my favorite movies. It starred Tony Danza. He walks on to the Eagles, and you get it. You pretty much get the premise of what the movie is about in the title. So he's like a garbage guy that plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. And there's one scene in there where it's like they're eating ribs or it's wings or something. I don't know. That's one scene that sticks out to me, and because like that's what I do is I eat food. So, comment below if you remember that movie. Been wanting to watch that again. One of them silly Disney sports movies. Doesn't top Angels in the Outfield though. Like, that's a classic. But I gotta say, Jalen Hurts is a stud. 3 touchdowns in 1 Super Bowl plus a conversion, which I didn't know it was a thing. It's called the octopus, if you're into sports betting and stuff like that. But I just found this out. An octopus is when the player who scores the touchdown also gets the 2-point conversion. So he did that. I don't know how many times that's happened in Super Bowl history. Kadarius Toney stepped up for the Chiefs. Longest punt return in Super Bowl history. That close. He made it to the 5-yard line. That close. And he would have been the only player who has ever scored a punt return touchdown in Super Bowl history. Sky Moore made his first ever touchdown catch, regular season. Or not. He didn't catch it in the regular season, so he's a rookie. They drafted him this year. And what a fucking way to score your first touchdown ever. Your first career touchdown in the Super Bowl. Now that's a huge moment for Sky. He had some issues going on. I apologize. I was critical of him. He has redeemed himself. I can't get enough of the guy now. He's gotten the rookie yips out now because he's no longer a rookie. Once you've played that first year, you're no longer a rookie. You're falling in. And Kansas City is a very young team right now, so the future's bright. I see many more rings in our future. Who else stepped up? Oh man, well of course Patrick Mahomes on one leg. I tweeted out after the game, I'm pretty sure that Pat is the first ever one-legged man to win an ass-kicking contest. Because if you've been following the playoffs this year, he had gotten a high ankle sprain, and those are not hard to, those are hard to come back from, let alone play games, like 2 more games after hurting himself. Well, he didn't hurt himself, the guy landed on his leg, but yeah, so playing through that, he is a freaking beast. I am so thankful that he is our quarterback, and I see many, many more victories coming this way. Travis Kelce, my man, Killer Trav, Zeus, he's killing it in the playoffs yet again. Another Super Bowl for him. It was the Kelce Bowl. A lot of hype around that with his brother playing on the Eagles. Man, this Super Bowl was just so much fun. I knew it was going to be a battle. I don't have the exact stats on me, but the Chiefs and the Eagles were the 1 seed in both the AFC and the NFC. Their stats were identical. Like, they scored the same amount of points. They were the same seed. They ranked very similar on offense and defense. It was the greatest matchup in Super Bowl history, in my opinion. And the game was definitely broadcast that way. I did expect a battle. A lot of people were saying the Chiefs were going to get blown out. The Eagles were going to mop the floor with them. I knew that wasn't going to be the case. I knew it was going to be really close. You know, the Chiefs were 1-point underdogs, and they won by 3 points. So, you know, it was going to be a tight game. But I'm happy. Mahomes broke the curse of winning the MVP and going on to win the Super Bowl. The last time that happened was in 1999 by my homeboy, Kurt Warner, Iowa native. You know, if you follow football, you know his story. Bagging groceries at Hy-Vee in Cedar Rapids, goes and plays for the Iowa Barnstormers, and then he gets drafted. Or no, he gets signed. Well, didn't get drafted because then technically he'd be a Super Bowl, or he'd be a professional. I don't know how that worked, but either way, he ended up in the NFL and played for the St. Louis Rams, won an MVP, won the Super Bowl. That hadn't been done since 1999, so that was a technical curse. That was broken. The winner of the coin toss for the last, I can't remember if it was 8 or 10 Super Bowls, lost. Chiefs won the coin toss and went on to win. So a lot of records being broken, a lot of curses being broken, and I am so thankful that my Chiefs were able to pull it off. And we got Coach Reid coming back for a couple more seasons, I'm hoping. Mahomes, he's not even 28, or maybe he just turned 28. He's very young. Basically, what I'm getting at is our quarterback has packed a legendary quarterback's career into 6 seasons, and I am ready for more. He's going to break all these records. I got a feeling he's going to be the one in line to dethrone the great Tom Brady. I hope that he can get 7 rings, but I'm happy that we've gotten 2 because the Chiefs have been stinkers for years, and now we are living in the golden age of the Kansas City Chiefs. Ladies and gentlemen, I got on off a tangent and I still got some burger to eat. Let's get it. Yeah, I did the Philly video yesterday. Well, February 12th, depending on, you know, when you watch this. But one of my subscribers, the Emerald 97, said that this should be a way to predict the Super Bowl every year. Well, you know, I will do that, regardless of who's in. I hope it's the Chiefs every year so I can talk some shit. But yeah, I'll do something fun every year for as long as I feel like doing the YouTube for the Super Bowl, because I love watching football, and it's fun to do those videos and just try to make something creative for you guys to watch. But it's for you, Len, Fresca. That was another thing. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but Len Dawson passed away at the beginning of this season. So that is another exclamation point, and something else that was pretty freaking cool, that the Chiefs could go and win the Super Bowl when everybody counted them out. You saw everybody pick the Eagles. Chiefs weren't even supposed to make the playoffs this year, let alone win the division for the 5th straight time, according to some talking heads, because we lost our most dynamic receiver, Tyreek Hill, to the Dolphins. But you know what? We spread the love on offense. The defense stepped up, and I'm just ready for more Super Bowls, baby. I'm calling it right now. Kansas City will be in the Super Bowl next year. The 2023 Super Bowl, the Chiefs will be playing in the Super Bowl. I have no clue who will be representing the NFC, because that division, like that conference, it could literally be anybody. Now, what's going to happen in the AFC, as a Chiefs fan, I am biased, so I'll always say the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be making the playoffs and the Super Bowl. But make no mistake about it, the three teams for the next several years that will probably represent the AFC, it's Kansas City Chiefs, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Buffalo Bills. Although I'm kind of losing steam on the Buffalo Bills because they've had their chances and have blown it. But it's probably going to be mostly down to the Chiefs and the Bengals. But as far as the NFC goes, I ain't got a damn clue. I'm just going to throw out a team. Need a Tarmac the Magnificent. I need to hold up a card and look at the future. Let me eat this. Let me slam this. And I will give you who the Chiefs will be playing next year. Alright, here we go. Carbonation and cold. It's going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl that the Kansas City Chiefs won. Now, I'm not talking about the Eagles. I'm not talking about the San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be a battle of the Midwest, baby. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Super Bowl 58. You heard it here first. We'll revisit this here in about a year and see if my prediction came true. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm pumped up. My team won the Super Bowl, and I can't wait to see many more Super Bowl victories, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Peace.